Hey, it's Johnny from Audience Alive. Let me ask you a question. Have you heard of glossophobia? Glossophobia is the fear of public speaking, from the Greek word to speak, gloss. So fear of public speaking is one of the most common fears in the world. If you need to improve on it, you need to practice, yeah? And one of the places you can practice, for example, is at Toastmasters, where you can go along and practice in front of a group of people who will give you feedback. Toastmasters is like a gym for public speakers. But there are three basic types of fear, and I've listed them here for you today, and I'd like to touch on each one of them. First and foremost, the fear of the situation of doing what I'm doing now, standing in front of a camera or in front of people and presenting to them. That can strike a lot of fear into people. And how do we combat that? Well, we simply create a conversation. So I don't think that I'm talking to 300 people in a room. I think I'm having a conversation with just maybe one or two people. And that takes the fear out of it. And the simplest way that I can create that conversation is to ask questions. So if I start off my presentation with questions, as I just did, asking you a question, it creates that engagement with people right away. So ask questions at the start of your presentation. That will create an engagement with people. Secondly, the fear of the audience. Now, the audiences can be scary people, and they're sitting out there, and they can be faceless, and they can be kind of, impact your mind, and they can really sort of start you worrying. So how do you make your audience less fearful? Well, you could connect with them earlier, and you could connect in whatever way you can. Quite often I will send out a survey asking people what they want to find out. If that's not possible, I could maybe do a bit of sleuthing on LinkedIn and find out who's going to be in the room. Once I can find out what sort of people, so I can connect with them. On the day of the event, or at the meeting, or in the Zoom meeting, at the start, I will try to ask and connect with people. I won't just appear as a presenter. I will go around and say hello and find out what they want to learn and connect with them in an engaging way, so that I at least know what they want to get out of it. And I can also visualize myself being successful with connecting with them. The last goal is really, in terms of trying to get the goal across of not getting fired or hitting the deal or maybe getting married. That's a tough presentation. So the goal is very often future oriented, but actually we want to become present oriented. So one of my top tips for getting present oriented is to use a tongue twister. So a tongue twister such as Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I will try that maybe 10 times in the car on the way to the presentation, or before I go on a Zoom call, I'll practice that. That gets my vocal cords ready, and it also gets me into my presenter mode. So those are just three ways that you can overcome that fear, the glossophobia, the fear of public speaking. If you'd like more tips, then just get connected with us at audiencealive.com. Thank you.